Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the ShabinLife. We just got back up to the land, and we are stoked to start working on the build again. Right now, we are unloading the windows that we brought up with us. So there's 6 windows that we brought up with us today. There's 7 or 8 that are still down in the shed. So we're going to bring them up too, so we can make a little room in there, bring all the tools up and some of the materials. And that place is packed down there, so it'll be nice to bring some of the stuff up here. But I'm back up here for a while now, hopefully to get the sheathing done, get the house wrap on. I can start getting the windows installed. It'll be a lot of work, but I'm excited for it. But yeah, man, we're back. We're stoked. Everybody's feeling good, and we're excited to be back up here, and we're going to celebrate New Year's up here, which is exciting. And we'll bring you guys along a little bit for while we're up here. Like I said, always we'll just pop the video camera on and see what we can capture. But right now, like I said, we're going to start with getting a lot of the windows out of the truck, the windows out of the shed, get some of the compressor and the table saw and all that stuff up here before it gets dark out. It's about 28 degrees out here right now, and we only got maybe about, I don't know, 45 minutes left of daylight. Maybe not even, we'll see. But we're stoked to be back, and stay tuned, and we'll do some cool stuff. But for now, unpack and then get a fire going. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and stick around. We're gonna do some cool stuff, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit. See you. Hey, what's happening? I should say good morning-ish. So, I don't know where I left off, probably just sheathing. We had an epic fail yesterday trying to apply the foundation sealant, you know, along the mud sill where it meets the foundation and the sheathing. We were kind of sealing that all up. And I tried to make like a sausage caulk gun myself because I didn't want to buy one, and it did not work. So I have a ton of, you know, regular tubes of polyconcrete sealant from work. I just was left like 6 or 8 tubes of the foundation sealant for nothing, and they're like $28 a tube, so I thought I could get away with using them. And we did one side. I will not be showing it because it was awful. But today we're gonna continue down the other side just using the smaller tubes. But we did get the sheathing on, which we're really excited about. This way, for the most part, we can start cutting out all the windows, put on the house wrap. We'll start feeling a little bit better that we're getting closer to being dried in. So yeah, we're gonna try and do the concrete poly sealant. It's crazy cold right now. I'm thinking 28 or something like that. I have a tube in my belly right here that's been sitting in front of the fireplace along with the rest of the box of tubes. But we're just gonna do a little bit, come back, hit it with the soap, kind of shape it in and see what we can do. But we'll walk you around later and show you the rest of the house. The sheathing turned out really good. Gable ends are all that's left to do, and then underneath some soffit areas, but so far so good. So stick around and we'll put on some concrete sealant. And one more thing, and I apologize. Happy New Year. Today is New Year's Day. Last night was New Year's Eve. It was the first New Year's Eve we spent in the Shabin. It was awesome. I don't know why we don't videotape some of the nighttime stuff we do. It's awesome. We're super cool. But Happy New Year. I hope everybody has a great year. We are super looking forward to the year that's coming up for us. We hope you stick around to check out all the cool things that we're going to do. But Happy New Year, and we'll catch you in a little bit. All right, so this is much better than using the other tubes. Yeah, so we're just basically going to seal underneath where the mud sill and the foundation meet and underneath the sheathing. I'm going to put it on, and usually I would put soap on my hand and then wipe it with soap. We're going to try and use the back of a spoon and just kind of smooth it out underneath, give it like a sort of shape it with the spoon. But it's going on a lot easier. That smaller tube got us as far as the bigger tube got us yesterday, so we'll see how it works with the spoon.
Can you put a little soap on the spoon?
I'm gonna try. Put soap on the This is awesome.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's not bad. That did about maybe 6 feet or so, 7 feet, which isn't a ton per tube, but maybe 4 tubes should get us down the house, maybe 5. And I think that would give us enough to finish the 3 sides that are left. But just a little extra. So we're having a little bit of problem. We use a bunch of different iPhones. Mine, my wife's, and an extra one to videotape all the stuff for YouTube. Super high tech, I know. But it's so cold that no matter what we try and do, the phones are just shutting off. And I'm laughing now because there's snow that you guys can't see coming down right in front of the camera. But it's like 29 or 30 degrees, and it seems to be like after a few minutes the phones just shut off. So definitely no time-lapse stuff because it won't run. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna throw it on. If it stays on, we're just gonna do our thing. But just to give you guys a heads up, I've probably said it 5 times, I don't know what shut off, but the sheathing, the next row of sheathing got done, which means we can start cutting the windows out, and hopefully before the weather gets really bad, we're gonna cut the windows out, get everything prepped, and then start throwing the house wrap on. But yesterday, we finished doing the foundation sealant between the mud sill and the foundation and sort of underneath the sheathing. And now I'm basically just gonna go, some of the windows are partially cut because of how we sheathed it. The other ones have a little top, little bottom to get rid of. Some of them, it's the whole window that needs to come out. But there's 13 windows. I'm just gonna try and cut them out real quick. And then I'll go back with like a sanding wheel and kind of make sure everything's good, because the Sawzall obviously, you know, it does the job, but it sort of bangs everything up as you're using it. So we're gonna cut out the windows, and then we'll go from there. But I have a feeling the phone's gonna shut off. Not to mention it shutting off in the cold. It goes from like 85% down to like 15% in a matter of minutes. So we'll have to look into something new to tape during the winter time. But cut the windows out. Maybe we get a little bit of footage. Otherwise, we'll kind of show you once the phone turns back on what it looks like. But I'm excited to cut them out. It'll be neat to see out this side of the house, since I haven't seen since we originally put the wall up, and the other side as well. But stay tuned, and we'll do what we can, and we'll bring you guys along. Thanks. So I'm not gonna stop on every window, but I figured just one. The side's easy to cut with the Sawzall. The bottoms always stink because of the weight of the Sawzall once it bounces around and cut like circles. So what we're gonna do is, you know, we basically cut as much as I can. On the, like I said, on the sides I'm not too worried. On the bottoms I cut like a little bit of a slant, and then we're gonna come back with like a what you call it, like a flat disc, like our flap disc, and just sand it and make it smooth. That way I don't have to sit here and try and be nuts trying to cut everything perfect. But otherwise we're just gonna do that to the rest of the windows and hope they all go well just like that, and we'll come back and sand them, and we get ready to put the house wrap on. Sorry, I thought it was going to fall on the dog. Hey, good morning everybody, welcome back. As I always say, I don't know which video is going to go together to make one, or if they're all just going to go together to make one, or if they'll be broken up. So this is another morning. It is the 3rd, I think, of January. It's around 25. It gets up to like 30, 32. It's supposed to start snowing around 3 o'clock. So today's awesome because I think we're in a good spot to put the house wrap on. At least the bottom 9-foot piece, which would be awesome to get on before it starts snowing. But if you can see, I don't know, we walked around yesterday. We got all the windows cut out. My boy Coda's up there. We got all the windows cut out and prepped them all. I used, like I said, the flat pad sanding disc on a little rotary, just a little cheap rotary jam. And I went back and sanded everything to make them perfect with the sills and the jack studs. It probably didn't even need to be that way, but I just wanted to make it as easy as I could for when I go back to start flashing, doing the flash and all flashing and all that kind of stuff, installing the windows. But we're gonna put the house wrap on today. The camera's awful. Right now, Dayna's just basically keeping it in a glove, in her coat, in her jacket, inside the jacket. Just to keep it warm enough to take it out for a few minutes to video, but it's basically shutting off because it's too cold. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, maybe we can figure out a different way to tape so that we can put it up to do more time-lapse stuff, because I think the house wrap would be cool to see it go really fast, but I don't think that's going to be the case. But we're going to start on the back side of the house, and it's a 150-foot roll. The house is around 136 feet, so we're going to overlap about maybe 15 feet. So we're going to start in the middle on the back and sort of make our way around and then just overlap. And then the hope is just cut the front door out. And that way we have a way to get in and out. And then we're going to cut one of the house wrap rolls in half. At least we're going to try so that it doesn't get all crapped up. And then use the 4.5-foot section to do the next run around the top. And at least that way I can start putting some windows in while I'm finished sheeting the gable in. So that's the idea. Maybe we'll only get some pictures of the stuff happening, so I apologize. Otherwise, we'll set the camera up while we're outside doing some house wrap and see what we can get. Thanks for tuning in. First time checking in. Be sure to subscribe. Happy New Year again if I didn't say it before, and we'll catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to open up this house wrap because I kind of want to see which direction.
So as you can see, the snow did not wait until 3 o'clock. Hi! You're crazy.
Hey! I'm so thankful that we're at least getting some footage, because all of the phones we have just keep shutting off, and it's a shame because we've done some really cool stuff on the house. It started snowing about 6 hours earlier than it was supposed to, and there's probably a few inches on the ground already. And it just turned out to be beautiful. We got really far on the build. We were able, as you can see in the back, to get the house wrap around, and still getting some snow through the gables that aren't closed off, but shouldn't be too bad to shovel out. But it's just absolutely gorgeous, man. I'm stoked. We don't normally get to be here when it snows. It's nice. Bye.